Okay, awesome. All right, I'm going to get started. So, welcome everyone to the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Chelsea and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is one of many sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Carolinas. And without further ado, I'd like to pass it over to Mississippi State University.
Thank you, Chelsea. I'm going to get this up for y'all. Hopefully you guys can see that. Chelsea, maybe you can give me a quick nod if you see it. Perfect. Just want to make sure. Well, first and foremost, thank you guys for joining us this evening. I know it's dinner time, so that's always fun. But we do, again, just thank you for joining us to learn a little bit more about your collegiate options. So my name is Grant Nairn. I'm one of the assistant directors of recruitment at Mississippi State University. Been with the university for 6.5 years now, which is crazy. So I love it so much. I just wanted to hang out with you guys even more. So tonight, I just wanted to briefly introduce you to Mississippi State if you've never had the opportunity to learn or hear about it and all the opportunities that it can provide to students. So we were founded in 1878 as Mississippi A&M. It's Mississippi Agricultural and Mechanical College. So obviously that is where our foundation and our roots are, but with agriculture and mechanics, but we've acquired a lot more university academic disciplines and programs across over 180 different majors. So we have a lot you can choose from. We are about 4,200 acres of campus. I tell you that because not all of that is the heart of campus. A lot of that institutes our research opportunities. We are a tier 1 research institution. So basically you have undergraduate research opportunities at your fingertips. We are in the Southeastern Conference. So that brings a lot of attention and draw to Mississippi State. We have about 23,000 students on our campus. And so we do have a large atmosphere, which is great, but it's kind of twofold because we're still small enough to where we provide students with 16:1 student faculty ratio. So you are still getting to feel a part of something larger, but still having that intimate learning environment in your classrooms. We, as I mentioned earlier, we offer over 180 different majors and different concentrations in academic disciplines. Our strong roots are in agriculture, engineering, architecture, and forest resources. And we also offer a vet school. So these are some different programs that you can look at to study at Mississippi State. In addition to that, we do have a fantastic College of Business with entrepreneurship opportunities. We are a number 6 worldwide entrepreneurship research institution. So basically we have a lot of students walk around on our campus with their own businesses, which is really unique and cool. So we definitely encourage you just to explore all of your options. We have research opportunities galore amongst all the different academic programs that we offer. So definitely just encourage you to check that out. It is important when you're kind of looking at your college and your institution, it's going to be your home away from home a little bit. And sometimes you can learn just as much outside the classroom as you can inside the classroom. And so we want to make sure that you get involved in some capacity while you're on campus, no matter where you choose to go. And at Mississippi State, we offer over 380 different student organizations, all student run and student led. They range from everything from Greek life to the Student Association to the Holmes Cultural Diversity Center, a lot of different capacities that students can get involved in and kind of make the most of their time on campus with us. So we definitely want to make sure that you are getting plugged in, academically speaking, but also through a social aspect as well. So students are actually, it's been proven to perform better academically if you are involved in at least one student organization. So we definitely prioritize that and getting students acclimated to campus and making the most of their time. To give you some insight on Mississippi State and the application process, our admissions application for the class of 2022 is live. It went live on August 1st. We do practice rolling admissions, so you can apply now, you can apply in January and in March, just kind of whenever it best suits you. So we definitely encourage you to do that so we can start reviewing your application. We require that the application you can apply through the Common App Coalition or our institutional application, whichever you prefer. We require your high school transcript and we are test optional. So Something to kind of think about there. We encourage you to test if you have access, just because we have some ample scholarship opportunities that I'll talk about here in just a second. But you can kind of see a timeline there for you guys laid out as you kind of explore your options with us. We also let you know we're a great return on investment. So for non-resident students like yourselves in the Carolinas, we are about $35,000 per year. That is for out-of-state tuition fees, housing, and meal plans. So that encompasses all costs that you could plan to incur. So something just to kind of know and put out there, just because we want you to see how great of a return we actually are. And as I mentioned earlier, we do provide some ample scholarship opportunities. This lists a few of those there. Our scholarship application is live now, so admitted students can access that, and we encourage you to complete it by the priority deadline of December the 1st to maximize your fullest scholarship opportunities. You can submit your scholarship application after that, but we encourage you to do it just to maximize your fullest potential of scholarships by December 1st. One of the biggest ones I like to talk about are our merit-based scholarships. So that's why we encourage you to test. Starting with a 22 ACT, the 1100 SAT, and a 3.0 GPA, you start out making $8,500 per year, and that is renewable each year. We also offer a veterans waiver for students who are the dependents of veterans, where we will waive your out-of-state costs completely. So that's something to kind of think about there. As you are exploring your options, we definitely encourage you to visit campuses. So Mississippi State is open for on-campus in-person visits. We have virtual options as well, with some great preview days and academic insight events as well. You can learn more at the link on your screen. But again, just in some capacity, we definitely encourage you to get your feet on campus. Here's my contact information. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I work directly with all students from the Carolinas, so I'm happy to help in any capacity that I can. So thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Piedmont University is up next.
All right, thank you. Let's share my screen. Give me 1 second. Okay. Are you seeing that? No, yeah, hold on. Okay. Okay, are you seeing this one now? Okay, yeah, of course you're not. Sorry, now you can see it, can't you? Yeah, cool. Okay, so hi, my name is Victoria and I'm from Piedmont University. We're located in Demorest, Georgia, and it's about, and I'm the out-of-state recruiter primarily, so I work with all the Carolina students. So just a little bit about us. We were founded in 1897 from the Pilgrim era. And so we're a small liberal arts institution. There's about 1,200 students on our campuses ranging, and then we're about 730 students on our Demorest campus, which is our main campus. But there's also a million different ways you can get involved. We have 49 plus different clubs and organizations on campus and 50 plus different programs of study. Some of our main programs of study that are popular are business, education, and nursing. We're also the top nursing private school in Georgia, ranked 2 years in a row. We also have 19 different D3 college sports teams as well on our campus. So something we tell all of our students on our campus is the Piedmont Promise. And our promise is to provide an educational experience that is personal in approach, passionate in application, and practical in impact. So we have 2 campuses with one goal. Like I mentioned earlier, Demorest is our main campus. That's located about an hour from Athens, which is our second campus. But Demorest is home for any students who want to live residentially on campus. All of our academics are on this campus, as well all of our sports teams. And so when you think about a college campus, that is what the Demorest campus is. Our Athens campus is primarily for our returning students and transfer students as well. And so as a first year freshman, Demorest would be your home. Like I mentioned earlier, we have 19 different sports teams on our campus. We have everything from basketball, cross country, softball to volleyball on campus. We've also had great success with our sports teams with 50 different conference championships, 14 different national championships with our women's cycling team, and 25 different NAA D3 postseason appearances. And so our athletic teams are very competitive and had great success. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, we are a smaller campus, but there are so many different ways to get involved within our student clubs and organizations. We have everything from spiritual life, whether it be a Fellowship of Christian Athletes, to different leadership opportunities, the Student Government Association. Those are great ways to make new friends, but also have great resume builders as well. We also do have Greek life on campus. And so there's always a way to get involved within our small little community at Piedmont. There's also different events always happening on our campus. We've had 224 different events happen in 2020, and hopefully more happening this year as well. I went rafting with students several weeks ago. I've also helped with inflatable axe throwing. And I know tonight they're having a bonfire. And so there's always different ways to get involved within our campus community, whether it be clubs and organizations or events happening on campus. These are just a few statistics about Piedmont in general. We are ranked #1 out of the safest colleges campuses in North America. We're ranked #1 out of the private colleges in Georgia, and we're ranked number 27th on the best values of school. And basically what that means is what tuition you pay to get to Piedmont, you're going to get the best value for the education that you receive at Piedmont as well. So a little bit about our application process. It's very easy to apply for. It's free and it takes less than 10 minutes. Our personal application, you can also apply through the Common Application if you're familiar with that, or the Common App. We are also currently test optional for fall of 22, but if you are interested, you can send us your SAT scores and ACT scores, but they aren't required for an admissions decision. All we need for you is your official high school transcript for a decision to be made. We also practice rolling admissions, and so we're constantly making those admissions decisions. Your admissions advisor should typically let you know what the decision is within 10 days of you receiving, of us receiving all of the documents that you need, which is just the application and just your official high school transcript. And so if you're interested at all applying to Piedmont, it's very easy to apply for, and we make that process easy for you. A little bit about financial aid. 100% of our freshmen receive financial aid. And so if you are accepted to Piedmont, you will receive a merit-based scholarship. If you send us your test scores, then it's ranked about 60% based on your GPA, 40% based on your test scores. If you don't send us those, then it's based only on your GPA, but we're going to go with the highest possible option if you do send us test scores. So they're always going to help you. They're never going to hurt you. But like I said, that's going to help the cost of tuition go down dramatically. Because we are out of state, tuition doesn't matter. It doesn't change as an out-of-state student. It's the same. But we also give $1,000 to all of our out-of-state students as an out-of-state grant. And this is just my information. So like I said, I'd be an admissions advisor. So if you are interested at all, we have an inquiry QR code right there for you, and feel free to message me if you have any questions. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next up, we have the University of Mississippi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Debbie McCain-Wesley, and I'm a regional admissions rep for the University of Mississippi that's affectionately known as Ole Miss. I am so delighted to be in the company of my colleague, Allison Sharp, who is your North Carolina, South Carolina CACRAO admissions rep, and she's going to put her contact information in the chat. So should you have questions, please feel free to reach out to her. So the University of Mississippi, we are affectionately known as Ole Miss, and we're nestled in the northern part of the state of Mississippi in a fabulous college town called Oxford. We have a little kind of under 23,000 students, and our undergraduate students are around 17,000, coming from all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and over 90 countries. There's so much that our students are involved in, but particularly with regards to our academic programs. We have 90 different programs of majors and over 120 programs of study. And you see many of our schools and colleges listed here, nationally ranked programs in accountancy, business, pharmacy, and education. Of course, there are opportunities where you can layer your academic studies with these special programs that avail themselves to students. It does require an additional application kind of process, but we have a fabulous Sally McDonald Barksdale's Honors College or Croft Institute for International Studies. So if any of you are interested in studying abroad, wonderful opportunity to be able to do that. We boast 2 language flagship programs in Chinese and Arabic, and one of the state's only centers for manufacturing excellence, and a fabulous Mississippi Excellence in Teaching program. So just know that there are opportunities where you will have to be able to explore our curriculum academically. When our students are in class or in the library, they are busy. They are actively involved in the life of our community. We have over 400 clubs and organizations. We also have a very active Greek life program as well. And about 40% of our students participates in Greek life at Ole Miss. So we try to have something for everyone. And if there's something that you're interested in that you find out, oh, it's not there, then guess what? You will have an opportunity to be able to bring that particular club to our campus. We're also residential in that we require all of our first year students to live on campus with us. So you'll have an opportunity to choose between traditional housing versus that of contemporary. Lots of kind of learning and living communities that are theme-based, where you can find the right place that best suits you. And there are also a number of resources on our campus as well. I'm often asked, can I bring a car to campus as a freshman? Yeah, but do you need it? No. Walking and maneuvering yourself from one end of campus to the other takes about 10 minutes or so. And we have a free transit system, a bus system that runs throughout that entire area. 2 campus rec centers, as you can see from the picture here, a rock climbing wall and one, all bells and whistles, and it's situated near walking, hiking, biking trails, and there's also a lovely lake, Sardis Lake, that's nearby. We also offer a health center right on our campus, counseling center, a career services center, so many opportunities for our students. As I stated, we're located in the fabulous college town of Oxford that ESPN just named #1 college town in America. It has around 20,000 residents. So when all of our students are on campus, they pretty much double the size of the town. Our location really suits us well because it brings in a number of musicians, artists, writers, and there's always something going on in Oxford. We're a little bit over an hour outside of Memphis and about 5 hours from New Orleans. Over 80% of our students receive some type of financial assistance to attend the University of Mississippi. We offer both need-based aid as well as academic merit aid. And students and families that are applying and going through this process, please complete and submit the FAFSA. And while we are test optional for admissions, with our academic merit, we do still require them. So if you submit those test scores and you have a 25 on the ACT, 1200 on the SAT with a 3.0 GPA, automatic academic merit. And then we have a really wonderful scholarship application with a priority, a deadline of January 5th. We are on the Common App. It opened on August 1st. Our Ole Miss institutional app opened on July 1st, and we are on rolling admission. So our application is going to stay open. And I should bring your attention to the fact, if you've not yet applied, well, guess what? This weekend, we are hosting a free application weekend. Yes, I said free application. It apply using our institutional app. Just go on our social media outlets so that you can learn of more information. And of course, we invite you to come and visit us. We are hosting in-person campus events during the week and on the weekend, and we would love to roll out the red and blue carpet. Hotty toddy.
Thank you so much. All right, next up we have Georgia Southern University.
Can y'all see that? Okay, perfect. Hi, my name is Gina Park, and I am the out-of-state admissions counselor for Georgia Southern. I'm based on the Statesboro campus. We are a D1 school, and we have 3 different campuses that we offer to our students. Our first campus is Statesboro. It is our biggest campus. We have about 21,000 students. The number definitely grew this year. The town of Statesboro itself is about 31,000. So the student population pretty much covers the entire city of Statesboro. We have all of our NCAA sports teams up on our Statesboro campus. So even if you're on the other campuses, you're more than welcome to come up and cheer on our Eagles on any of our sports team events. Our Armstrong campus is located in Savannah, Georgia, which is about 15 minutes from Statesboro. Statesboro itself, it's a smaller campus. We like to describe it as a liberal arts type of feel for the students. It's about 6,000 students, definitely smaller, but we definitely recommend students come visit so that they can kind of get a feel of which campus is best for them. Our third campus is our Liberty campus in Hinesville, Georgia. It's definitely a lot smaller. We have 600 students down there, but Hinesville, our Liberty campus is mostly focused on our Fort Stewart Army students and families up there. What's different about this campus is we do not offer residential campus housing for students, so they would have to live off campus. Our admissions requirements for spring on forward, we are requiring test scores. So we ask students to have at least a 1030 or higher on the SAT and a 20 composite. We do super score, so definitely send in all of your scores if you've taken it more than once. However, if you meet a little bit below that, don't worry, send it in. We can send you in for additional review. And we do ask students to have at least a 2.5 unweighted GPA. Georgia Southern offers a lot of different varieties of academic scholarships, and you don't have to wait until you've been accepted. So as soon as you send in your application, along with the application fee of $30, you can go ahead on your application status check and apply for scholarships. The deadline for scholarships is February 1st for incoming freshmen, and all of our scholarships range from $500 to a full ride. So definitely it is a very competitive process for students, but we definitely want students to apply because you never know what you're going to receive. We also offer the border state waiver for all of our campuses. So all of our 3 campuses, we offer the border state waiver for the Carolinas, Tennessee, Alabama, and Florida. Basically, it gives you in-state tuition as long as you've lived in that state for at least 12 months. It's not competitive. So just because 5,000 students have the waiver doesn't mean you won't get it. As long as you are accepted and have lived in that state for 12 months, you will automatically basically get in. It is another process. You have to apply for it after you have been accepted and verify your lawful presence. That's the important part. If you don't verify your lawful presence, we won't go in and look at your application. So we offer campus tours Monday through Friday on all of our campuses, all day from 8 to 5. So we have different time slots, so definitely come and visit. However, we do have Eagle Preview, which is a more in-depth college tour experience. So we definitely recommend students to come visit during our Eagle Preview. Dates that we have here, Statesboro, we have our first one on November 13th, Liberty November 4th, and Armstrong on October 23rd. So we definitely recommend students to come and visit. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll link all my information in the chat below. But if you have any questions about the border state waiver or admissions, anything, just definitely give me a call or an email.
Thank you so much. Okay, Coastal Carolina University, you're up next.
Perfect. Let me get this all switched. There we go. So hello, everyone. My name is Ben Rutherford. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions Recruitment here at Coastal Carolina University. We are a medium-sized school. We're also pretty young. We were founded in 1954. Let me get this moving. Now we're located in beautiful Conway, South Carolina, which is 9 miles away from the beach. So from campus to the beach, on a good day, about 10-15 minutes, it's a straight shot. We also have over 100 different degree programs, anything from musical theater to marine science to business, kind of anything in between. We've got about 10,100 students kind of throughout the entire group. We're actually about 49% in-state, 49% out-of-state, and about 2% international. There's not a cap we're looking on for in-state or out-of-state. We're just looking for whoever is a good student and wants to come hang out at the beach for a few years. We do have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which means your class sizes are about 23 to about 28 students per class. And then as you kind of get towards your junior and senior year, those classes get smaller and smaller. We've also got more than 160 different clubs and organizations. So while there's plenty of time in the classroom, there's just as much as kind of out of the classroom. So we've got plenty of things to kind of keep you occupied with your time. Now, when we are looking at our incoming freshman students, we have 2 different options, either with test scores or test optional. If you are applying with test scores, we are looking for around a 3.0 to about a 3.7 GPA. For ACT, we're looking for about a 19 to a 24, and SATs a 10, 20 to an 1150. Now we do super score both ACT and SAT. So if you take them multiple times, go ahead and send us all your scores. We'll take the best of the best to review for admission and for our merit award and scholarships as well. For our test optional students, on initial review, we are going to look for around a 3.5 GPA in a rigorous college prep program. Now, if you don't have a 3.5 GPA, that is absolutely okay. You can still apply test optional. We'd just be looking for letter of recommendation, essay, personal statement, even just how much you've worked with us as a counselor, a little bit of everything. Now, we also are on the Common App and have our own application. At this present moment, our application through our website is free. So I'll go ahead and fill that out. We are rolling admission. So we'll keep taking kind of new information until we're full, kind of throughout the entire year. Now, kind of our first college here we have at Coastal, we do have 5 major colleges. The first is going to be our Wall College of Business, which could be any of your traditional business majors. But the one I would like to point out is our PJ Golf Management specialization. You can add it to any business program. And I always like to joke around, if you want to major in golf, you can do that here at Coastal. Now, our business school is also AACSB accredited, which is the highest accreditation a business school can get. Next is our Spadoni College of Education and Social Sciences, which has both the social sciences, so our anthropology, sociology, and then the education side as well. Now, our education program is certified, so you are eligible to teach anywhere in the nation, including Puerto Rico and Guam the moment you graduate. And we have a really cool degree in 3, more in 4 program, where you get your undergrad degree in the first 3 years, and your 4th year, you go ahead and get that master's out of the way. So if you'd like to teach at the high school level, it's a really good program to kind of get all the way through within 4 years, get out into the classroom as early or as quick as possible. Next is our Edwards College of Humanities and Fine Arts. Now this has a lot of varied programs, anything from our communication to our intelligence and national security studies, which is on the screen right now. Also our interdisciplinary studies program. Now our interdisciplinary studies program allows students to pull different programs together to create your own major. So we've had students do marine photography, where they pull together marine science, a little bit of biology, photography, and art studio courses to go ahead and create their own major. What's really cool about this building as well is if you look at this picture on the screen right now, the courtyard right there is completely soundproof. So many of our music majors, our theater majors, and our musical theater majors love to hang out and kind of practice kind of throughout the day. Or if you're like me and not as musically talented, I always like to hang out there when I was a student, get many concerts throughout the day, write some papers, sometimes even take a good power nap in the middle of the day. Next is going to be our Gupta College of Science. Excuse me. Now, our College of Science is just under half of our student population here at Coastal. Anything from biology, chemistry, biochem, exercise, sports science, and of course, our marine science program. The marine science is going to be the most popular incoming program for a number of different reasons. One, we're close to the beach. Again, we're 9 miles away, so some classes will take place right on the beach. We also have a fleet of boats, so if you want to go out into the open water and do some research, you can do that as well. We also own part of an island. So the Wades family gave us a third of their island to do all the research we want, bring it back to our state-of-the-art lab and technology. Now, again, we have it as undergrad, graduate, and PhD level. So if you want to stay the entire time and walk out as a doctor of marine science, you can absolutely do that. The last college is going to be our honors college, which you can attach to any kind of program we have here at Coastal. On the application, it's a quick checkbox. You get to pick your classes first, and there is some scholarships that go along with it as well. Now, again, outside of the classroom, we have plenty of clubs and organizations, anything from Shark Club to there's a hammock club, where they just set up hammocks in the middle of campus. If I have any Harry Potter fans, there's a Quidditch team. We also have Greek life, or if you'd like to work on campus, you can do that as well. They work with your class schedule, and it's anything from work in the Office of Admissions, being a tour guide, to work at the Starbucks on campus. We also have Division I athletics, 19 different NCAA sports. All athletics are free to students on campus. All you need is your student ID. We do have different merit awards as well, anything from about 15 to about 60% of tuition. And of course, come visit campus. We are doing campus visits right now, so come on by, come hang out at the beach.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And with that, we conclude the presentation session, part of the session. So I'm going to invite everyone back on screen, and we're going to go through a quick question and answer so you can hear from them all, the presenters, one or two more times. So let's see here. I'm going to share that. And okay, awesome. So we're going to go in the same order that we originally went in. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And I will ask Mississippi State University to kick us off.
Thanks, Chelsea. I think my answer to this question is just to cast your net wide. You never know what opportunities are going to be presented to you academically, financially, or culturally. So just making sure that you connect with your representatives at the schools that you're interested in studying, and just pursue those relationships and know that we're in your corner to help you find the most suitable fit for you.
Thank you so much. Piedmont University.
Yes, so I think one of the most important things is to be able to, if all possible, come visit the different college campuses that you're interested in. You can look online all you want to and talk to people online, look at the website, but it's going to be very different than going on a campus tour, seeing the campus for yourself. And that will really help you narrow down your search and say, well, I want this, I like this better as well. Definitely seeing it in person.
Thank you for that. And then the University of Mississippi.
As you're able to visit your college campuses that are on your list, make sure you keep a journal. Write down your thoughts of your visit, and that could be either in person, and certainly it could be virtual, online, so that you're able to continue to kind of that funnel, narrow things down, and schools that you will keep on your list and those schools that you will take off your list.
Thank you so much. Advice from Georgia Southern.
I definitely agree with visiting campuses, especially if your college of choice has different ones, different types of campuses. Definitely go visit because you don't know what you're looking for. You might find something that you like in a certain campus, but also don't wait to the last minute to do anything, because you don't want to be rushing to write an essay if a school requires an essay. You don't want to rush your transcripts in or anything. So definitely do not wait to the last minute.
Awesome. Thank you. And Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, so I know that people have said go visit campus, but of course, visit campus as much as you can. Go where it feels like home. There's a weird feeling as soon as you walk onto any college campus, either, yeah, this is great, or maybe not for me. You're definitely gonna know that the moment you step foot. Also, don't be afraid to work with admissions counselors. We're in your shoes. We want to help you guys as much as possible with a little bit of everything, from checking out campus to, hey, how's the food, to tell me about this major. We're there to help with whatever questions you guys have.
Absolutely. Thank you. Alrighty, let's go for another question. So what is one thing you want students to remember about your school starting Mississippi State?
I think for us, it's just knowing, although we are a Division I Southeastern Conference school, is that Mississippi State does a great job of investing in their students. Each student is known. And so you get the feeling of being a part of something larger, as I mentioned earlier, but you still are known and you have people in your corner to know that they're going to help you on your trajectory for success.
Thank you. Piedmont?
I think something that any student would tell you about Piedmont is that you're going to have that community aspect here. It's going to feel like home. And a lot of that is because we are a smaller institution. Your professors are going to know your name, care about you personally and your success. And so Piedmont really is a community aspect.
Thank you. University of Mississippi?
You know, I want students to know that they can have the best of both worlds. We're not too big, yet not too small. You will have and feel a part of a family. And also the food is amazing. We show our love in our food, and we have some of the best food you can find at a gas station, believe it or not. So come to Ole Miss and taste some of that.
Thank you. Georgia Southern?
Even though we are a D1 school, we do have that small town feel. That was one thing I was worried about. I graduated with like 70 seniors, and I was worried about coming to Georgia Southern being a really big campus, but you don't feel like, you know, you're just a number here. Every time I walked on campus, I met, you know, people that would walk to class, like similar people. So even though we are a big school, you do feel like you are, you know, a part of something. And apart from that, there are a lot of different things to get involved with on campus. I kind of didn't my first year, and I kind of regretted that, but it was something that it was, you know, ingrained in my head to do so. But I was like, I can't choose one, but there's always something for students to get involved in.
Thank you. And Coastal Carolina?
Yeah, so like everyone else has pretty much said, we like that same kind of medium size where you can meet somebody new every single day if you want to, but as you're walking across campus, you're going to know a good handful of people. Also, there's not a specific type of student we're looking for. To be really cheesy, there's no way your puzzle piece can fit into our puzzle room. We're looking for a little bit of everybody. Come hang out. We all want to just chill and vibe at the beach.
Love that. Thank you. Okay. And lastly, let's talk about myths. So what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process? And I'll ask Mississippi State to get us started.
Well, this is a hard one. I think for me, it's just to know that we as representatives and admissions counselors, whatever capacity that is for each institution, we are in your corner and we do want you to succeed. You are going to receive a lot of information from us, but just building that relationship and knowing that we're going to help you navigate and plan where you're supposed to land. So every school is a great school and every school wants you, but just know that we want you to make the best decision for yourself so that you're successful.
Absolutely. Thank you. Piedmont?
Yes, I definitely agree with all of that. We want you to go where it's the best fit for you. But I think thinking from the private standpoint, the difference between private and public, a lot of the times I know when I was personally looking for different colleges and universities, I saw the word private and I got worried about cost. But specifically at Piedmont, I do know that we're going to work with you to make sure that there's scholarships available to you. And I also know other private schools are the same way. And they can also be competitive with other costs as well. So just because it's private doesn't mean it's impossible for you to attend there if cost is one of your concerns.
Thank you. University of Mississippi.
And just because we are not located in your state, that you cannot be able to afford it and have opportunities to attend a college and or university out of state. So please just do your research, have conversations with us, get as much information as you can, because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised to know that there are going to be a lot of opportunities for you to make it more affordable.
Awesome. Thank you. Georgia Southern University.
It is a hard question, but I think one is just because you don't have any extracurricular activities because you had family responsibilities doesn't mean that you didn't have extracurricular activities, because having family responsibilities is an extracurricular. I feel like some students freak out when they're like, I don't have any extracurriculars, and we're just like, it's okay. Like, just tell us, we just want to know who you are. That doesn't define who you are. You know, we just want to know who Sally is or who Mike is. Like, we want to know you rather than what you were doing to impress people. We want to know like what you are passionate about. So I feel like a lot of students kind of get focused on having all these different things that they have done when, yeah, that is an important aspect, but sometimes it's just like, you know, we want you to do something that you love.
Great, thank you. And Coastal Carolina.
So I think there's two different ones that I'm kind of right in my head. The first is a lot of admissions counselors from different schools are usually pretty friendly with each other. So maybe if we don't have your major, we're going to tell you somewhere like, hey, well, check this school. Maybe like Georgia Southern has it when we don't. So we're going to help you get to where you need to be with the right program. And the second one is, if you, let's say, don't want to go to Coastal at all, please just go ahead and tell me. Like, I'm going to work with you as much as possible. Don't feel like you're hurting my feelings too much, even if we've had great conversations. I'm going to fully understand that maybe this isn't the best fit for you. That's okay. Let me help you find the best fit for you, even if it's not. We're in teal.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for your input. All righty. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. So thank you to our presenters for your time, your insight. That was all very helpful, informative. Thank you to the participants for being a part of this evening with us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Carolinas. Thank you all so much and have a wonderful evening.